For years, many Muslims across the country have relied on religious leaders, including sheikhs and structures under the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, to resolve family disputes in accordance with the Sharia or Islamic law. Ranging from marital disagreements to inheritance distribution have been handled within faith-based systems trusted by the community. However, such processes lack formal legal recognition under national law. Now, the proposed Khadi Courts Bill seeks to change that by introducing a structured legal framework for handling Muslim personal law, including marriage, divorce, inheritance, and guardianship.
Now, following the enactment of the Constitution in 1995, the same Constitution gives Parliament the powers to sit and enact a law that would operationalize these subordinate courts. So what we are looking at right now is a law that is meant to operationalize a constitutional provision that will be putting the Khadi courts in place.
In August 2025, Osman Basalirwa was granted leave of Parliament to prepare a private member's bill to operationalize Article 129 of the Constitution. This provision empowers Parliament to establish subordinate courts, including Khadi courts.
And we have a Directorate of Sharia which handles these disputes, and it's one of the busiest offices. This dispute resolution has been going on, but it is not within the framework of the laws of Uganda. What this law is doing is to create a framework that way the Khadi courts can be incorporated in the laws of Uganda. And this is aimed at, one, providing for proper accountability, proper transparency, but most importantly, an appellant mechanism, where if a dispute is agreed on at a certain level and someone feels discontented, they can go to a higher level and have it handled at that level. But also to ensure that whatever is agreed on within the Khadi courts is well structured and can be enforced by the laws of the country.
According to the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, the proposed courts are to strictly operate within their jurisdiction. Criminal cases and other matters outside their mandate remain under the existing formal court system.
What I know for sure is that the Khadi Courts Bill is very specific, and anything that steps out of its boundary will be handled by the relevant competent organ to do it.
They say that the Khadi courts will enhance access to justice by providing timely mechanism for resolving family disputes.
So the enactment of this law and provision of Khadi courts within the laws of the country will help ensure that what is decided on, what is agreed on in the Khadi courts is enforceable within the laws of the country.
With Uganda's courts often burdened by a huge case backlog, alternative dispute resolution mechanism provided under the Khadi courts are seen as a way to ease pressure on the judiciary.
Courts of law, as they are right now, have a lot of work, and family disputes sometimes need to be handled expeditiously. So people are so frustrated with the long wait, and some are actually even intimidated going to courts of law. So the relief of using a Khadi courts, where you're going to a sheikh or a Khadi who is going to speak to you in terms of faith, is not as intimidating.
If the Khadi Courts Bill is not passed before the end of the 11th Parliament, the legislative process will have to start afresh. Norbert Atkunda, NTV Weekend Edition.